All right. Welcome to CRC Crazy Ride Channel. Dean, get off the phone.
Pulling us up, man. Pulling us up.
Get off the phone.
Pulling us up.
All right.
I'm glad he showed
This
that you
is-
and not me.
This is by the ex-New Yorker. Dean's channel. Make sure you subscribe, hit the notification, give a like, give a comment, and Dean will get back to you one day.
Yeah, in the near future.
Yeah. And me, Eric, the biker's realtor. Why is
Hey,
someone
why'd you
calling
freak your
me?
phone on?
I thought I had it on vibrate.
Come on with this shit.
Anyway, I'm here for all your South Florida needs. Residential, commercial, and investment properties, 561-507-1454. Hey, look who it is.
Richie.
Wow, here we are. We got a full house here.
Yeah, we got some guests on here,
Wow,
Richie.
there's 5 of us. Look at that.
Wow, one more. We beat a Brady Bunch.
This is great. Man. This is great. Okay.
All right, who we have on, Richie?
All right. So we have Dean to the right of me, Eric to the left of me. Emilio is in the lower right-hand side, depending on which way you're looking at him, and he's wearing a black vest. He's our guest. Then you got Nate. He's not a guest. He's part of the podcast.
Part of the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's a nice hat you're wearing. Stick your
Yep.
head down a little bit. Let's see that front there. What does it say? Oh, that looks
It's
nice.
beautiful.
Wow, that's a beautiful hat.
Wow.
Crazy
did you-
Ride Channel, CRC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't
yeah.
remember crap.
Can't remember crap. Right.
Did you FedEx him that hat? You didn't even tell us you were sending him one.
I
That was nice of you, man.
It was
that
a
was nice.
surprise.
Good guy.
Dean, didn't we pay for those hats?
No, you
I didn't pay a
I
dime.
paid for them freaking hats.
I offered.
And I
I
paid for our new table, too.
But you notice I don't have one, right? Because I didn't pay for
Hey,
it.
Nate, I ordered a half-moon
I had a
table.
coupon.
We're going to have a half-moon table. I ordered it. It's coming next
Oh,
week.
okay.
Yeah. So, yes.
We're
gonna-
adding to our.
Because he's getting tired of people looking at his stomach.
Yeah. Who was pitching left?
Hey,
I got stuck on the side last week, and all I seen was his belly sticking out. Where did this come from?
Hey, I started
Oh,
working
geez.
out. I started working out today. I did 5 sit-ups.
God.
That's
Oh,
like a
wow.
career. That
Hey,
was good.
that's more than you did yesterday.
That's
so,
right. It's
Yeah.
5
hey,
more. That's right.
I pulled myself out of bed.
Hey, Nate, I put something new on my bike today.
What's that?
I bought the Thrash shifter peg, the short one.
Okay.
because
Crashing.
I had the long one for the heel shift, and my leg gets so tired of sitting in one spot. You know, I can't move my foot because my floorboards
Yeah.
go all the way back, but my foot is being blocked by this long thing. So I took it off, sat on a bike, and now I got movement.
Tell him the truth, Rich. You sat on my bike and fell in love with it.
Yeah, well, I had
Yeah.
to test it first. I wasn't spending $50.
Well, I only have
then-
the front. I don't have the heel shifter.
Yeah,
I never
know.
got that. I never used to it. So
No,
I
they
got a
don't
little bit
come-
more
they don't
motion
come with
They
the
there.
don't
bike
come with
anymore.
it anymore.
Harley's too cheap.
No.
You spend $35,000 and they take that away.
You don't even get 2 key fobs
Yes,
unless you got a
son of a
CVO.
bitch.
They raised the price
And they
on
raised
the
the
bike,
price.
Yeah,
and they
take-
took it away.
Take
One
it away.
Oh, yeah.
fob they
Yeah.
give you and no heel shifter. So,
And yet we still buy Harleys.
before we get started, we have a guest. His name is Emilio, and he's from. Well, let me ask you. Give me a little bio of yourself.
Well, I've been out here in Long Island since 1997, so I always say I'm from Long Island now because I've been out here such a while.
Where were you
But,
before that?
I was in Richmond Hill, Queens.
Ah,
Oh.
Queens.
You know,
My
in
hometown.
Richmond
Close,
Hill,
close
Queens.
enough.
Yeah, you lived right. You lived 4 blocks from me. You were on
4 blocks.
114th, and I was on
100.
110th.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, 114 between 103rd and Liberty Avenue. The
and I
window
was
used to
103rd
battle
and
with
101st.
Right.
I know. Matter of fact, there was a girl on that block that I used to go out with, but way before you were around, in 1965.
Oh,
That's way
God.
before I was around.
Yeah.
I was only 2 years old.
That's my first
Nah,
girl.
I was
I
born,
wasn't
but
thought of
wasn't,
yet.
Holy
Anyway.
shit. Yeah, you were still in
All
I
right.
was still
So
swimming.
You're still swimming in the
so
pool.
fast forward, you're out in Long Island, right?
Yeah.
And so what do you do?
Well, I'm a general contractor. I'm in the construction business, and actually, by the grace of God, I did pretty good. I do pretty good, and it afforded me some gifts again because the bikes I had back in the day, I lost everything
Yeah.
due
Yeah.
to due to uh,
Do you
due
have
to
bad
addiction.
habits? Yeah,
Yeah,
that's right.
and so now
I
I got my toys back, and I got family, nice home. I did pretty good, and we started traveling. We started going places, riding. We used to ride all over the United States, but now we took it to another level.
okay.
All right.
So before we get to that, I see you wearing a leather. So what is on that leather?
This leather is Alliance MC. I belong to a clean and sober motorcycle club.
That's
We're
nice.
an AMA,
Congratulations.
Americans Motorcycle Association, and we're a bunch of good guys, man. If we ever do something like this again, I want to ask you guys, can we do it from the clubhouse? We got a big
You could do
mural
it from anywhere.
You got
of
it,
our
brother.
logo.
I
I
don't
would
even.
do it
You don't
there.
even.
Maybe you do it with Artie,
Yes.
our president, and
Yes. You tell them that they're welcome anytime. You and I'll keep in touch, and we'll
sure,
set a
sure.
we'll
Yeah,
set
set it up
another
with
show.
Richie.
We'll set another show for you guys.
Right.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to give a little history of the club. From what I understand, I wasn't around for this. It was formed in 1993. So, it's been around quite a while, and there's a couple of the members that there a very long time. A lot of them have passed on, just about all of them, really, I believe. But like Artie's still there. I'm not sure he's quite an original from day one. I think he may be, but Sal came in, I think, a little after, or vice versa. I don't know, but so yeah, and now we got some more new members. We're building it back up, and we're
And
doing our thing.
they're all clean and sober.
Everyone's clean and sober.
And it's a family club. It's not
It's a
it's a
family club. It's
full
a riding
family
club.
club. Right.
We do functions. We have a pig roast in April. You guys are more than welcome to come. We do what you call a life ride, which we wind up donating to Phoenix House, which is a rehab.
Clean
I
and
don't know if you
sober.
guys have that
Yeah.
ad. Clean and
TC.
sober.
Therapeutic.
We do that usually in July, and then we do a memorial run in September.
Do you
Do
do
you have
Ball
any?
Hill?
Are there any? Are there
You
any
do?
other chapters?
We had a chapter in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. It's funny that you're asking this because there's a bunch of young kids. I have a place down there, and I visit it quite often. Actually, I'm going back down. I just got back on Monday. I'm going back down this Monday. They want to start up again. They want to start it up. They're a bunch of young kids. They're in the program. They're clean and sober, and we're gonna see about if they have enough members. Artie said put it together and let them roll. So right
That's
now,
great.
no,
Yeah.
I have no other chapters right now.
That's
It's
good.
just
That's great, man. That's so
yeah,
great. Yeah. I know
It
you
is.
guys for 30 years, and I'm a friend of Arnie and a couple other guys that passed on, like you mentioned, and some that are
yeah.
still alive too.
Mhm.
So that's a great thing. So now you've been riding for a long time, right?
About 50 years or so.
Okay. So
Started at the mini bike days, and then dirt bikes.
right,
You
right.
know, I
And
was
you did
raised in Jersey City as a young kid, and we used to ride into the Meadowlands before Giant Stadium was even built.
nice.
Go from Secaucus all the way over into Rutherford.
Yeah.
On the trails. Yeah, yeah. I've been
So,
riding a while.
so now you've covered all the United States. You've been around there, and this year you did something that you were supposed to do 5 years ago, but because
Yeah.
of COVID, you had to put it on hold. So you want to tell
Mhm.
us that little story about you know your
Okay.
group and who the guys you
Back
got
in
together with?
my good friend Billy Irish, who's also part of the club. he put something together. We were discussing it for a while, and then he says, let's do a Europe trip. So he actually really put it together, and we had it all set up we started like in 2018, and we had it all set up and we locked it in for May of 2020. We were excited for about a year and a half. We're gonna we were gonna go to do the trip that we just did. Actually, it's like 5 different countries, and COVID hit, and they set us back where they don't give us our refund for the rental of the motorcycle. So we wind up doing the Rockies. We went out to Denver, Colorado, and did the Rockies. We did Arizona, Nevada, Utah. We went through the national parks. So it came up again, about a year or so ago, and we put it together again, and yeah, we did a phenomenal trip, man. You want me to let you know exactly where we went?
Of course,
Yeah.
this is why you're on.
That'd be great. Yeah.
All right. What happened is Eagle Rider, a guy named who owns it, and he has a spot in a store in Milan and a store in Rome, Italy.
Well, they used to be here in the United States.
They're all
They
over the
still
world,
are.
but
Okay.
they're only in certain locations out of the United States.
Right.
Only in certain countries. But Italy happens. They're the only 2 in Italy. One in Milan and one in Rome. So his name is Marco. He did great guy. So we rented our motorcycles from him, and we did a complete, layout. Billy Irish actually put it together. He's very good at it. He kind of mapped it out. We flew into Milan, Italy. Marco delivered our motorcycles to us. It was 6 of us. We were 3 couples, and we just had a blast, man.
What bikes did you get?
We full dresses. The newer bikes now, they're called Street Glide dresses or something like that. They're really a Street Glide with a tour pack on it, but they don't have the speakers in the back.
Okay.
To be honest with you, I would have rather had my bike. I'm here by my bikes now. I got quite a few of them, but I would have liked my big bike, the one the wife, the only one she gets on, really. But it's okay. It was good. It was a brand new bike. They're brand new 2025.
That's
It
nice.
took it. We couldn't get it to miles per hour, so now we got kilometers. It was
Yeah,
it was
challenging.
pretty interesting.
Yeah.
It took us like a day to figure out what the signs meant on the highway, and yeah, but it was good. We had a great experience, man. It was the motorcycles were good. They handled very well. A lot of the turns through the Alps are hairpin turns. You're not going fast anyway, but you got to be able to hold it up, especially with your wife on the back. So yeah, so we did that. We went from Milan. We spent a couple nights in Milan, nice dinners. We walked the square in Milan, and from there we went over to we rode to the French Alps to Chamonix. And see what it is. What I realized what we did was we really didn't hit any highways. We went through the Alps from one state, from one country to another, or one
Right.
city to another city. We went over these huge mountains, and they had the map on the thing. It's funny, a few of the maps freeze up. I mean, you're in some high elevations, and the weather was really nice. The weather cooperated the whole time, except for the half hour that we had to ride from Venice to from Venice to Milan. We had about a half hour of it was rain to drop the bikes off. We got caught in a little rain. Other than that, it was phenomenal. The riding was phenomenal, but also I speak some Italian. And it seemed like every country we went in, every restaurants, they spoke Italian, so we had it made.
Yeah.
They loved us, and we had a really good time, man. And yeah, that's what it is. 2025 Street Glide dresser, full dresser with the tour pack and the saddlebags, and of course we put some stuff on the racks. You had to pack for 16 days with your wife.
Wow.
It's
Wow.
but some
Good
the
luck with that.
hotel we stayed in all 5-star
16
hotels.
suitcases.
Wow.
Well, we did that when we did that one time when we did a Tennessee trip with the wife. It was stacked so high in the back. I'll never do that again. We have these vacuum packs now, and I do the
Yeah.
military roll and
Yeah,
all the,
yeah.
you know. I tell her no more. The shoes are a little bit of a problem. I got to give one saddlebag up for the shoes.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that's good. That's hey, listen, it's she had a great time. We all six of us, we had a wonderful, wonderful time. It was nice, very
So
nice.
so now this is a 16-day trip that you had these bikes for 16 days?
Yes, yeah, we
Just
had
one bike. You had one bike for
one
16
bike.
days. You didn't have
Yep.
to switch from bike to bike, right?
No. We rented that same
So
bike.
in 16 days, I want you to let me know where you went and what you
Okay.
did. I think we have some pictures.
Well, yeah, I'll bring up some pictures one at a time, and you could tell us what they were.
All right, let me start off with this real quick. What we did was we rode the French Alps.
Your voice.
I was able to hear you guys great.
I know. Well, you hear yourself now, right?
We can hear him.
you now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's gonna
Yeah.
hear us.
All right. So talk.
All right.
So
Let's
just
go.
talk
So
to
where
him.
we
Now-
going? Now where
now-
we going?
Do
All
you
right.
hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah, we
fine.
hear you.
We
Yeah.
got you
We
plugged
just
in.
don't see you.
We don't see
All
you.
right,
That's
good.
the unfortunate
Good.
That's all right.
All right.
I'd rather
so
be heard than
let's,
seen.
let's go where we left off.
All right.
You just went to Innsbruck.
We went from Switzerland to Innsbruck, Austria.
Right.
And we spent a couple days there at a bed and breakfast. And while we were there, we went over into Germany. We rode around Germany a little bit through those mountains.
And that's the Autobahn over there?
Yeah, well, the Autobahn goes for a long ways, not just Italy even has some parts of the Autobahn. Those you really moving on that one. That was pretty. You don't want to be in the left lane. Let me just put it that way. If you ever go over there, I mean, you can, but you gotta maintain their speed.
What's the average speed there?
You know what? They go by kilometers.
Oh, okay.
So what they do is they tell you like 110, 120 kilometers or better in the left lane, and 80 kilometers or less, you got to stay over to the right side of the road. The signs took us a little bit, but we figured it out what the signs meant there on the Autobahn.
Yeah.
But the Dolomites are nice. The Juliet Pass, going through the mountains, going through the Alps. Those roads were phenomenal, and the high elevation too. Your breathing starts to go a little bit. The weather changes a little bit. Starts getting a little cooler because August very hot in all those countries, and but so it felt good going through there. And then it started getting cold as you got up higher. So we did that. We got into Innsbruck. From Innsbruck, we went to Bolzano, Italy. Now, mind you, these are like 4-hour trips.
Yeah.
On the bike.
What was your average during the day?
Well, from stop to stop, it was about 3 hours or so.
No. I mean, your whole day.
No. Well, what we did was we rode from city to city. Then we parked the bikes and we walked around the city.
Oh, okay.
We did that kind of stuff. I mean, but the riding, we probably from riding during the day, probably 6 hours or so, 6-7 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah. What happened? I'm going to tell you a story. What happened when we got to Bolzano? We left Bolzano. We got to Lake Cortina, Italy. Right now, my wife might kill me if she hears this story, but this is what happened. We get to Lake Cortina. It's about 3.5 hours away. And I was telling her not to bring this diamond necklace with her. Right? I says, listen, we're going to be doing a lot of packing, unpacking. Why bring this necklace? Stop. I want to bring it. So she brings it. She lost it in the hotel in Bolzano. But we didn't know until we got to Lake Cortina, which is about 3.5 hours away. And now it's nighttime.
So she says, I can't find my necklace, blah, blah, blah. What happened was my friend Irish and his wife said, call the hotel. They're all 5-star hotels. So we called the hotel. They had it.
Wow.
Yeah. So from what I
Nice.
understand, these high-end hotels, they set some of their workers up. So they always turn everything in,
Nice.
So, yeah, we got lucky. So they said you could come and get it tonight, or you could come tomorrow morning. I said to my, I didn't want anybody. I didn't want. Now we're going through some friggin' heavy, big time mountains, and it's starting to drizzle a little bit. I said, listen, I got to go get it tonight. I'm not going to sleep tonight. Come tomorrow morning, there might be something different. I says, I'm just going to go get it.
Right.
So my friend Irish says, I can't let you go by yourself. He's my brother. With club members, he says, I can't let you go. So the wife said, Dad, we did. That was a phenomenal ride, just the two of us. I mean, him and I done some big time riding here in the United States.
Yeah.
But we really tore it up there. We got on the Autobahn there. We really opened it up.
Yeah.
So we rode there like about 3 hours. We walk in. They give me the freaking necklace, and we turn around and we come back. I gave the lady $100, 100 euros. She was happy as a pig and shit.
Nice.
And we rode back. So that ride there. That was a 6-hour straight run. It was we really until we got up into the mountains, because there's no street lights in those Alps.
Yeah.
There's no lights whatsoever. The only lights you have is on your motorcycle.
Yeah.
And there really wasn't any other cars, and you got to watch out for animals, deer, bear, all sorts of stuff. You're in the mountains. You're in some big time mountains. So so we made it to Lake Cortina. We had a great time in Lake Cortina, and then from there we went over to Venice. Venice, we spent a couple nights in Venice. That was a nice ride. It was hot. We got to Venice, and that's the one picture that I sent you over, that the three of us were on a boat.
Yeah. Yeah.
See if I can
Yeah,
find
we took
it.
one of those little boats in the canal there, and it was a phenomenal trip, man. It was one of a lifetime.
Yeah. We see the picture is up now. So we have you 3 guys, and you're on the right, and the other 2 brothers, twin brothers, they're on the left.
They're twins.
Yeah.
They're twins. They're from
You have another. I'm going to go through the pictures. Why don't we do that, and I'll explain the picture, and then he'll tell me what it is, because he can't see it. All right, you got one here that there's a lone rider. So the bike behind him is taking the picture. There are pine trees, and there's a mountain right in front of you on this road. Do you know which one I'm talking about?
That had to be that was probably the French Alps.
Okay.
The bike all the way in the front is me.
Okay.
That was me. That was Irish right behind me.
Okay.
With the camera on his bike.
Okay.
He only had one camera on the bike, and that was him.
That was the 360 camera?
Yeah, that was the 360 camera. That had to be Chamonix, France, in the Swiss Alps.
All right, we're going to go to another one now.
All right, we saw that one.
Okay.
So this one, you're in a tunnel.
Yeah, what's the one with the tunnel?
Tunnel is Italy. It's funny, we wound up getting tickets. Well, they got tickets. Those tunnels, everything's 80 miles an hour, 80 kilometers, right? Whatever that is. I think that's like 65 miles an hour, right?
Okay.
The tunnels are Italy. One city from Italy to another, you go through a tunnel. A couple different tunnels we were in, but that one there, they have these blue lights, and they want you to keep the blue light distance. From blue light to blue light. Like you got to have that much distance in between each other.
Okay.
And, of course, those guys didn't listen. I was in the front. I was obeying the law, and they didn't listen. And I see them in the mirror right up on my ass. And I'm like, they're going to get a ticket, because there's cameras everywhere. There's speed cameras. There's all sorts of cameras. And he told me a couple weeks ago, he said, did you get a ticket from Italy? And I said, no, I didn't get any ticket. I said, I was trying to tell you, you're riding too close. But that's that tunnel. That tunnel is cut through the mountain.
Wow.
It's cut through it's all rock. They blasted through the rock, and that's what those tunnels are. Every tunnel we went through, that was Italy.
That was cool. All right, we got to go to another one. Now we're
the
in
hotel.
Hotel something. Hotel.
Is that Milan?
Milano.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hotel Lac Milan.
Yeah, that's Milan. That was the first stop when we first got to Italy. That was our from the airport. We went right to that hotel, and that's where they delivered the motorcycles to us. Number 27, 28, and 29.
Okay.
That was the license plate.
Yeah.
Wow.
Each one, and we had the same. All three of us had the same exact motorcycles, but whose GPS didn't work. This one's it froze up. The screen froze, and mine seemed to work. And that's more or less why I was up in the front, because my navigation was working.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it worked the whole trip, and we got comfortable with it, and we rolled with it like that. Yeah, but that was Milan, Italy, which was that's some beautiful riding too. But that's more of a city,
Right.
But leaving there into the mountains of Italy, going into France is phenomenal. Another phenomenal trip.
Yeah. So we got a picture of you, two people on a bike. Must be you and your wife, and you're riding through the mountain right now.
Two people riding through the mountain. Is it a video or a picture?
No,
Picture.
that's a picture.
That's probably Switzerland.
Okay.
Yeah, that's probably Switzerland right there. 'Cause that's from Milan to Chamonix, France, and over to Switzerland.
Yeah, it looks like you have. It looks like you have nice weather.
Yeah, we had nice weather until you got
Not
up into
anymore.
the Alps. It got real chilly. You had to bring they had their leathers on.
Yeah. I got to ask you a personal question. I don't know if you'll want to answer it. What does a
Go ahead.
trip like that cost?
That cost it was total about 15 grand
Each person.
each person. Well, a couple.
Yeah, couple.
For me and my
I
wife.
know. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And for how long? How
the bike
long?
alone, the motorcycle rental alone was like 3,500
Oh,
with the insurance.
Okay.
okay.
For 16 days.
Wow.
That's over 2 weeks. Yeah.
Yeah,
Is that including the flight too and everything?
That's including everything.
Okay.
The flight.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and we
Wow.
stayed at really nice hotels. That's just that 15 grand is the flight, the bike, the hotels. That's not including the food and everything
Wow.
else we bought. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Yeah, we ate the restaurants we ate at. It's a little costly,
Wow.
but how often am I going to do something like that?
Never.
You know what I
That's it, man. You just did your
You know?
bucket list,
That's
bro.
right.
You know what? Listen, we had the opportunity to do it by the grace of God. The three of us, we were able to afford it, so we did it. And it gives us some time to save up on it. You know what I mean?
Sure.
This didn't happen overnight.
Hey, you
It took
only
about
live
a year to
once.
Put it together, save our money. Somebody asked about an international license. Yes, we had to go get an I went to AAA. AAA is real easy.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
You get an international license. It's good for a year. You have to make sure if you guys ever decide to do something like this, you have to make sure your passport is valid for 6 months prior to you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Prior to your trip. If it's less than 6 months, it's no good.
Oh,
Wow.
wow.
It's pretty wild, yeah.
Dean, you were in Milan, right?
I don't think I went to Milan.
Oh, no, you were in Venice.
I was in Venice. I was in Rome. From there, we were in Santorini. Went by Mount Suvius. We were just going around.
Yeah, he did a lot of that. Too.
Naples. Yeah. I wasn't on a bike. I was, did a cruise. Yeah, he took a tour of buses and went around. And Amalfi Coast was just incredible. That was just
Wow.
Well, that's something I'm thinking about now is the Amalfi Coast, which I know that's a tight road. Like my brother did it. He didn't do it on a motorcycle. He did it in a car. He rented a car and he drove down from up north. He drove down south on the Amalfi Coast. And he's not a rider. And he's like, you got to be real careful. It's really tight. Those buses don't. That's the other thing. These roads were tight through these Alps. And these buses and trucks, there's no budget, man. You got to be on point at all times because. And the bikers there. The bikers there, they're like on BMW 1250s. You know what I mean? Like they they know these roads and they
Yeah.
whipping them, man. They're moving,
Yeah.
you know. And we just move over and you let them go, you know. And, but you got to have to be on point on those roads. That's for sure.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah. So I'm gonna think about it. Maybe it might be coasted another year or so.
Yeah, it's worth
And
it. Yeah.
take a trip. Yeah. Yeah, it was good. It's expensive, but it was. I have no regrets. You know what? I had a good time. I really did.
Yeah, that's an exciting, really is an exciting trip, and I hope our viewers
Yeah.
really enjoyed that whole episode, this whole episode, and traveled with you and saw those pictures and enjoyed
Well,
it. I know I sure
we
did.
thought we were on that trip. Him
Yeah,
talking about it,
actually, I
right?
was like, I was leaning into the turns already.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw me, but I was leaning over and my wrist was throttling up and down.
Oh yeah.
And
Oh yeah.
Debbie, my wife Debbie, was feeding me in the back. She would, when we were traveling through the United States, she would feed me like Twizzlers or
Yeah.
as
Sure, you
we're
gotta have your
riding.
candy. My
Yeah.
wife was falling asleep on the back of the bike. There's certain spots when it got hot,
Yeah.
she would fall asleep. You
Oh
know?
gosh.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
I know. I've caught my wife napping on the back.
Yeah. She's like, oh, I can't keep my eyes open. You know.
Yeah.
One time I videoed her. Well, we weren't in not this trip, but another trip we did down south. As I was riding on my phone, I videoed her. We were doing like 30 miles an hour, but she was out like a light. I think that was Virginia Beach.
Oh my God!
She was
Really?
yeah, on video. All
Yeah.
right.
I kept
Out like a light.
I kept poking my wife because I was afraid she'd fall off the bike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, she kept tight. That's see these newer bikes. They don't have the speakers, so you lose part of that tour pack. You know what I mean? You have a little bit of the armrest, but the ones with the speakers.
Isn't that the new Streak Light Ultra?
Yeah, that's
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah,
it doesn't
Yeah.
have the back speakers.
Yeah, they again they raised the price and took away things.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I know. No, listen, it's a nice bike. It was brand new, beautiful. But I'll take my bikes. Yeah, listen, I got 6 bikes.
So I know we can't video your bikes now because we screwed that up, but or whatever. But tell us, what bikes do you have?
Well, I have a regular Street Glide.
What year?
2014.
Okay.
And I did a lot of work too. That's my bike when I go away with the guys. I go away on that one.
Okay.
Because it's a touring bike. I have a 28 CVO limited. 2018. I'm sorry, 2018 CVO limited. That's the one my wife rides on. That's the one I wish I had there.
Yeah.
That's a big old girl.
Is that a street glide or a road glide?
No, it's not a road glide. It's like an ultra.
Oh, street glide. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's got the street glide fairing, but it's called a
full
limited.
fairing. I know.
They don't make them anymore.
Yeah.
Now the limiteds are road glide limiteds.
Yeah.
But then I have a older bike, 2007 regular ultra classic. Which what happens is my wife finds these bikes online and she puts it in my head and I buy it. If I like it, I buy it. What happened? This bike only had 3,900 miles on it. 17 years old. It was brand new. I said to the guy, I said, "Where the hell you been, man? You haven't gone nowhere with it." And my garage is big. I wish I could have you on video here. It's like my shop. It's my man cave.
Yeah.
I have a motorcycle lift in here with tools. I do a lot of my own work. I have a 2003 anniversary series wide glide. Another one that only had 6,000 miles on it when I got it. I owned that one about 2 years. I changed the bars on it. Again, this fell on my lap. Then I have a little sporty that I keep down in Myrtle Beach. That used to be a Suffolk County police woman owned it. She burnt the clutch on. She didn't know how to ride it. My son's friend's mother. So I got that one with like 1,000 miles on it. I picked that. Was the last one. I just picked that up about a year ago. I figured I'd leave that one in Myrtle. Then I have my sweetheart over here. That's my first bike in recovery that I bought. I actually bought it in 2006. It's a 2007 Heritage Softail with 16. You know, I got the 8s on there. I did some major motor work. That one I won't get rid of because it's my first bike since when I got clean. You know.
Oh, wow. So
What
you
I
don't.
did was,
You got 6 bikes. I mean,
Yeah.
what do you ride one a day?
It's not like my wife. My wife says, "Why do you have all these bikes? You only have one ass."
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
You need one
Yeah, no,
more
I don't
just
know.
for
Like I
another
said, they
day,
fall on my lap, you know.
for the whole week.
I don't know. It's like a whole
One for
nother
every day.
addiction, I guess, you know. What happens is I pick them up over the winter. I put them on the lift, and it gives me something to do. I hang out in here with my music on, and I tinker around with them. I, you know, do a little bit of the work, change the pipes, you know, I do a lot of my own work. You know, I change the bars. I do, you know, it keeps me busy over the winter, keeps me out of trouble, you know.
Good. So we have Canada just
Yeah,
stopped
we got
in.
a Canadian.
Canada just stopped in, 2 4s. And hey, guys, just stumbled in. So we're happy to see you. And you're here with our group.
He runs a 2012 Street Glide.
2012 Street Glide. There you go.
All right.
Yeah. Good old Harley.
See,
Good
street
old
glides are
Harley.
cool.
Yeah.
Street glides
Yeah.
are cool.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah.
Take it easy, Nate.
Yeah,
Take it easy.
Nate is
Nate's he's all
Nate's getting
excited.
very excited because you mentioned
Yeah.
every bike that was a street glide. So he has a street
Yeah.
glide. We let him ride with
Yeah,
us.
you all
We
have
no
road
problem.
glides.
Hey, I rode a street glide for years, dude.
Yeah, I
have no
I
problem
ride an
with it.
You all
ultra.
have
We
road
let you-
glides. You would make
Yeah,
fun
yeah,
of
let
me.
me-
Ride with, and we let you ride with us, and we let you ride, and we let you.
I had an 09 street glide. I had a 19 CVO street glide.
Come on.
I go back and forth. Not anymore.
No
used to.
more.
Yeah,
No more.
I had 2 ultras.
You had
I
them,
had
yeah.
I had
I had 2 ultras.
I had a road.
One
king.
was from a dead guy.
Oh, that ain't good.
And I went to
He
a
didn't die
road
on a bike,
glide.
did he?
No. But
That
his
was me.
family didn't want to keep it
Oh. That's
Uh,
because
better.
he was very attached to it.
It's funny. Years ago, I never had a bike with a windshield or a radio, and you know,
Yeah.
I was cool with that. And once I bought a bike with a windshield and a radio, that was it.
Me
Party
too.
was over.
Preach
Never
it.
knew it.
Me
You know
too.
what I mean?
I had
It was
my
like
bike for
Preach it.
28 years, about 27 years. It had 125,000 miles on it, and it was a Road King. And I was fine because the music to me was the motor. And all my life, that's all it was the motor, you know? You put me on they put me on a road glide, and I can't get my hand off the screen because I was kept changing the channel. They start yelling at me.
And then
Yeah, not kidding.
Freebird came on.
Yeah, then Freebird came on.
Yeah,
I get
all
speeding
over.
ticket.
And
Freebird.
everybody gets tickets.
Yeah. So 2-4 says it ain't black. His street light's not black.
What color is it?
Mine's black. What color is
You
yours?
don't have a street glide.
No, my bike
Mine's
is
white.
black.
Yeah, your
It
bike
says
is black.
it ain't black, meaning he means that every bike that's out there is black.
Yeah, mine's
Yeah,
black.
but black you're paying more money for. So my bike just went up.
Yeah, $500.
They'll give you an extra 20.
Yeah.
That's about it, right?
If you trade it in now, you
Oh,
might get an
God.
extra 20.
Yeah.
They're desperate, so who knows?
So Emilio,
Yes,
it was really nice. The
Yeah.
stories were great. I'm sorry that we lost you halfway through. You got to get a better phone.
They're doing deals on
in the-
iPhone
Next
17.
time we'll do it on a laptop at the clubhouse.
I was
Yeah,
going to
that'll
say,
be fun.
whenever you're ready, whenever you think
Yeah.
you're ready, give us a heads up.
Let me
And
talk to Artie.
yeah, I know. Give me a heads up, and we'll make it happen. Okay.
All right. You got it, guys.
All right.
Thank
All
you
right, man,
very,
appreciate
very
it.
much.
All right. Thanks for coming
if you're
on.
ever in New York on Long Island, hit us up.
All
Yes,
right. Very good.
I'm there every year.
Yeah, hit us up. We do a lot of things at the clubhouse. We've been watching football, baseball.
You're gonna let me ride bitch on your bike?
No, you're not gonna ride bitch on my bike.
Then I'll borrow one of yours.
Richie likes to go on the handlebars.
There's no nuts going up against my head.
All right,
guys.
man.
All right,
Thank
brother.
you. Take care.
Thank you, man.
Hey, keep in touch, you, all right?
Yes, sir.
All right, brother.
All right, we'll
right,
see you
guys.
next
Thank
time.
Love you.
Bye-bye.
Take care.
Love you too, man. Bye.
Bye.
All right.
Nice trip.
That was a good trip.
Yeah, that was something.
All
man.
right.
Whew.
All right.
That's
Well,
pretty cool.
thanks for coming on. Nate, thanks for coming on, man.
Yeah, Nate.
Yeah,
it was
thanks.
nice seeing you.
We got new wires.
We're
Got new wires. That's
Hey,
awesome.
you're all right.
That's all right, Nate. You sound like you're breaking up, and it's only your voice. So it's
I
not
know,
your feet.
right?
No, it's just my voice.
Yeah,
My voice
Yeah.
just left me.
Yeah, I know. Wow,
So-
that's terrible.
And you, 2-4,
That-
thanks for
that
coming
happens.
on all the way from Canada.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
And
Like
we're
that.
here every
Canada.
Wednesday night, 6 o'clock, live.
Yeah.
Same bad time, same bad channel.
Yeah, make sure you
Yeah.
subscribe, hit notification,
And listen, I answer all the questions.
comments.
Go on to our YouTube channel and check out some of our YouTubes. Our content will be in Biketoberfest coming in several weeks, maybe 3 weeks.
Yeah, about 3 weeks.
3 weeks or so.
Yeah.
We'll be there. We're going to do a live podcast at the hotel, and we'll wind up doing some live stuff, walking around where the vendors and shows are, the bike shows. So join us, and love you, Deb. I'll see you in a little while. And that's it.
All right, guys.
That's a wrap.
Thanks for coming
All
on.
right, see you guys.
All right, man. Next
See
week.
you guys
Take care.
later.
Later.